Hey guys, hopefully got a chance to watch the vocabulary video. I'm really excited because for 30 days, maybe longer, I'll have to double check, we will have access to vocabulary for free. So we can have vocabulary dance parties in our kitchen if we want to. And we can also do these super awesome vocabulary videos or take the quizzes if there's a particular topic that you struggle with or you need extra practice on. Then feel free to watch the videos and do the activities. They have videos not only for reading and writing and grammar, but for science, math, and social studies as well. Now, this vocabulary video was about word choice, so there was a couple things that I wanted to go over before I give you a chance to start writing in your memoir. Okay, so I'm about to share a screen with you. This is an anchor chart about improving the words that we choose in our writing. Now, there's a couple things that we need to make sure to include or think about when we are writing. The first one is that our writing is clear and specific. For instance, if we don't have enough information in our sentence that we're writing, then our reader may visualize something that we didn't really intend them to visualize. So I'm going to read one sentence, and I want you to kind of create a mental picture in your mind when you visualize this sentence. And then I'm going to read another sentence, and I want us to see how those two visualizations change, okay? So the first sentence, I have a few toys in my room. Now, when I thought about that, I thought about my room and it having a few of my daughter's toys on the ground. But obviously, maybe this person doesn't have two young daughters. They want me as a reader to visualize something else. But unfortunately, they didn't give me enough information. So this sentence right here would be better. I have a racetrack and a dollhouse in my room. Well, now I'm able to see the types of toys in the room, and I'm not just kind of guessing what they have in the room. They have told me what is in the room. Okay, this sentence is much clearer and more specific so that I am able to make accurate visualizations as a reader. Okay, we also need to be more descriptive when we write. Okay, I'm getting a lot of sentences or paragraphs that aren't really describing things, describing how you're feeling, or describing your house or what you did this weekend, okay? And it's hard for me to understand how you're feeling or understand what your house looks like or your bedroom looks like if you don't describe it to me. These are very similar, okay? We need to make sure that we also describe characters in our writing or in our memoir. They would be maybe your siblings or your mom and dad. The example that they give us for being more descriptive is, the first sentence is, my art teacher is funny. Well, I have a couple questions after hearing that sentence, like, how are they funny? Do they mean to be funny? Do they tell jokes? Or are they just naturally funny? Or do they fall down a lot? Are they a class clown? Are they silly? I just have a lot of questions after that sentence. However, the next sentence, my art teacher paints his face and tells jokes. Well, now I know how he's funny, how that teacher makes people laugh. So it just gives me a little bit more to work with, and I kind of get to know this character more when I describe their actions a little bit better, okay? So today when you're writing in your memoir, I want you to make sure that you're describing your room or whatever you're writing about, and that you are specific. Instead of saying, my room is big or my room is small, you give me a little bit more information so that I can create a picture in my mind, okay? Also, when you're describing your brother and sister, give me some actions, give me some things that they say and do. I know a lot of your brothers and sisters, but I don't know all of them, okay? So I'd like to get to know them a little bit better through your writing. Okay, now this part down here, I'm very nervous about. It says, avoid overused words. Now, when I saw this anchor chart and I read some of these words, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm a teacher and I say these words very often. So what I want y'all to do is to hold me accountable for saying these words, and I'm going to try to ban them from my vocabulary. So if you hear me saying one of these words, please let me know. Hold me accountable. Say, Ms. Caston, remember you banned that word from your vocabulary, okay? So here they are. The first one is very, really, so, stuff, things, good, nice, fine, bad, big, get, and go. Now I'm going to have to, over the next few days, think of words that are synonyms for these that I can replace them with. Okay? So for, well, bad will be easy. I could say awful. And good will be easy also. I could say stupendous or amazing. Okay? But some of the other ones, it might be a little bit more tricky. Okay? So make sure that you are holding me accountable and that when you hear me saying one of these words, you tell me, okay? The next thing I'm about to share with you is a blank screen, and we're gonna go over a couple of things. Well, actually, let me show you my face first and we'll talk, and then I'll show you the blank screen. Something else in the video that you may not be familiar with is connotation and denotation. Now, the denotation of a word is its definition. What does it actually mean? The connotation of a word is the feelings that it gives us when we say that word, okay? Kind of the emotional meaning behind the word. So have you ever had, oh, I just said so. Oh no, that's supposed to be banned. Oops. Okay. Have you ever had someone say a word to you that instantly made you feel bad? Maybe it wasn't necessarily a word to you, but it just gave you a negative feeling. Those are words with negative connotations or negative feelings, okay? One example would be, how about the word strange? Now, when we say something is strange, the meaning of that word, the denotation, would be it's maybe different than everyone else, or it's it's rare, but when we say the word strange or we call someone strange, that might hurt their feelings. It has a negative feeling. Now let's think of another word that maybe is a synonym for strange, but has a better, a more positive connotation behind it, a more positive meaning. So it still means something that's rare. Well, rare has a good feeling to it. It's something that's rare or that we don't see often. Okay, but has a positive feeling instead of strange, which has a negative feeling. One that I'm thinking of is the word unique. I think that's a great compliment. When someone calls you unique, that means you're different from everyone else. And me personally, you may have different feelings. Me personally, I like being different than everyone else. I don't want to be the same as everyone else. I like being unique. So for me, the word unique has a positive connotation versus strange. I wouldn't want anyone to call me strange because that would hurt my feelings. Also the word weird. I don't want anyone to call me weird. That gives me a negative feeling. But if they were to call me unique or special or rare, that gives me more positive feelings. all of those words mean the same thing. They just have different feelings in them. So that is connotation. So I'm going to share the blank screen with you, and we are going to do one little short activity, and then my video will be over. Your assignment for writing today is to write in your memoir, add a diary or a journal entry. Remember, I'm the only one that reads these, so I want you to choose words that will help me create a picture in my mind. Now, I'm getting older, so my imagination might not be as vivid or bright as y'all's would be, so I'm going to need a lot of details, and I'm going to need you to be very specific so that I'm able to create pictures in my mind, okay? So let me share the screen with you. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to decide if it has negative connotation or negative feelings, positive feelings, or what I'm going to make this guy a little bit more sad, or if they have neutral feelings. He's going to have kind of a meh face. So if I say the word, if it gives you a positive feeling, you can either point or circle it with your finger, whatever you want to do. If it gives you negative feelings, you're going to come over here and circle the sad face guy. Or if it doesn't really give you any feelings, that's what's called neutral connotation. And some words won't really have a feeling behind them. Okay? So the first word is huge. Now this one's tricky because if you were to call a diamond huge, then that would be a good thing, or maybe have more positive connotations. But if you were to call, I don't want to say a lady, if you were to call a lady huge, that might hurt her feelings. So I guess it really depends on the context of the sentence. But for me, just the word huge on its own didn't really make me feel bad or good. So it would have more of a neutral feeling. Now keep in mind, it depends on how it's used in the sentence, okay? Now, how about the word amazing? Okay. The word amazing would definitely have positive connotations to it. Okay. How about the word fat? Ooh, that definitely has negative connotations. Okay. What about the word skinny? I think we talked about this in class, and some of you said positive. Or for me, I don't want someone to call me skinny. That means I need to eat more. In their mind, I am too small. And that does not make me feel good. So I would say skinny would be a negative connotation. Okay. I'm going to do one more. What about the word interested? Ooh, if you're interested, that gave me positive feelings. But what about the word nosy? That gives me negative feelings. If someone was to call me nosy, or if someone were to call me nosy, that would hurt my feelings. Where if someone was to call me, oh, she's interested in this conversation, that gives me a more positive feeling. They have the same meaning, the same denotation, the same definition, but they have different connotations or different feelings, okay? So as you're writing, I want you to think about the feeling behind the words that you choose. I also want you to be more specific in your writing. I want you to ban those overused words. Hold on, I'll show you all that anchor chart again. as we write in our memoir, we need to think about the feelings behind the words that we are choosing. Maybe we do want our reader to feel bad. Maybe we do want those negative connotation words in our writing because we feel negative at that time. So whatever you want your reader to feel, you choose words that will help them feel that way, okay? Also, if you want your reader to visualize a specific thing, like your room or your backyard, you need to be very clear and give enough details for me, the reader, or any reader to visualize correctly. Okay. Also, you need to describe characters with their actions and what they do. Don't just say, oh, they're funny. Tell me why they're funny. Okay. And then make sure you're avoiding overused words, okay? Such as very, things, bad, really, good, big, so, nice, get, stuff, fine, and go. And make sure that you're keeping track of Miss Casson using these overused words. All right, bye guys. Let me know if you have any questions.